Everyone thinks returns are random until SQL exposes the real culprit. This e-commerce dataset hides a shocking insight. One product category has double the cancellation rate of every other category. Instead of guessing, we use SQL to group the data, calculate cancellation percentages, rank every category, and instantly reveal the biggest problem. That's how data analysts turn millions of rows into one business decision that can save revenue. Want the full SQL query and dataset? Watch the complete project on YouTube, grab the code from GitHub, and follow for the next real-world SQL case study. The biggest SQL mistake? Writing queries before understanding the database. Every great analysis starts with the schema. Here, customers place orders, orders contain multiple order items, and every item links to a product. 4 connected tables. One complete e-commerce database. With nearly 700 customers, over 1,800 orders, and more than 4,600 order items, understanding these relationships helps you write accurate joins, avoid duplicate records, and answer real business questions with confidence. Master the schema first, SQL becomes much easier. 4.93 crore rupees in revenue. But here's the question. How do you know it's the real number? In e-commerce, revenue isn't just adding up sales. We first remove canceled orders, apply discounts, multiply quantity by unit price, and keep only delivered transactions. With a single SQL query, we transform thousands of raw records into one reliable business metric. The final result? 4.93 crore rupees in verified net revenue. This is why companies trust SQL. Not just to retrieve data, but to make business decisions backed by accurate numbers. Every company asks one question. Where does the money actually come from? SQL has the answer. We join the orders, order underscore items, and products tables, calculate net revenue. By multiplying quantity with unit price, subtract discounts, filter only delivered orders, and group everything by product category. Finally, we rank the categories by revenue. In just a few lines of SQL, raw transaction data becomes a clear business report that shows exactly which categories drive the highest revenue. The biggest surprise? No single category dominates revenue. After calculating net revenue, it's time to visualize the results. This chart reveals something unexpected. Revenue is distributed almost evenly across product categories. Health and beauty leads with around 1.12 crore rupees, followed closely by electronics, while fashion contributes the least. The gap isn't massive, which means the business isn't dependent on just one category. That's a healthy revenue mix and exactly the kind of insight a simple SQL query plus a chart can uncover. What if one SQL function could instantly tell you which customer segment makes the most money? No extra queries, no complex logic. This is where window functions become a game changer. We join the customer, order, and order items tables, calculate net revenue for each customer segment, and then use sum over to compare every segment against the total revenue, all in a single query. That means we get both the revenue and its percentage contribution without writing separate calculations. It's cleaner, faster, and easier to maintain. This is the kind of SQL companies expect from data analysts because it turns raw data into insights that drive marketing, customer retention, and revenue strategy. What if 181 customers generated almost the same revenue as 423 customers? That's a business insight you can't afford to ignore. Using SQL, we divided customers into VIP and regular segments based on their spending. The results are eye-opening. 181 VIP customers generated 2.41 crore rupees, while 423 regular customers generated 2.40 crore rupees. A much smaller customer group is producing nearly the same revenue as a much larger one. This is exactly why businesses invest in loyalty programs, personalized offers, and customer retention. One SQL analysis can completely change a company's marketing strategy. Think order by is enough? Then you're missing one of SQL's most powerful features. This is where SQL ranking functions shine. First, we calculate every customer's lifetime value by summing all delivered purchases. Then, with rank open parenthesis close parenthesis over open parenthesis order by revenue desk close parenthesis, we instantly rank customers from highest to lowest spender. If two customers have the same revenue, they share the same rank. Exactly how real business leaderboards work. This technique helps companies identify VIP customers, reward loyalty, and focus on the people who generate the most revenue. Your top customers aren't just buyers, they're the people keeping your business alive. After calculating customer lifetime value with SQL, we rank every customer and build a leaderboard. The top 10 customers each generated over 3 lakh rupees in revenue, with the highest contributor crossing 4.4 lakh rupees. But here's the real insight. The revenue drops gradually instead of sharply. That means the business isn't dependent on just one customer, making revenue more stable and less risky. This is exactly the kind of analysis companies use to identify high-value customers and strengthen long-term growth. Everyone celebrates revenue, but the smartest analysts ask one question: where are we losing money? This SQL query uncovers the hidden problem inside the business. We group orders by product category, count total orders, calculate canceled and returned orders using case when, and convert them into percentages. Instead of looking at sales, we're measuring failure rates. One category stands out with a much higher bad order percentage than the rest. That's the kind of insight businesses use to fix operations, reduce losses, and improve customer satisfaction. SQL doesn't just reveal success, it exposes problems before they become expensive. One chart exposed a business problem worth crores, and nobody noticed it until SQL revealed it. Here's the answer to our investigation. The fashion category has a 35.6% cancellation and return rate, far higher than every other category, which stays around 20 to 22%. That's not a random spike, it's a clear operational problem. By drilling deeper, we can trace it to specific cities and identify exactly where the business is losing money. This is the real power of SQL analytics, not just creating reports, but uncovering hidden problems that directly impact revenue and customer satisfaction. The problem wasn't just the product category, it was where the orders were going. After identifying the category with the highest cancellations, we drilled down by shipping city. The pattern was impossible to ignore. Lucknow and Nagpur showed cancellation rates above 30%, while cities like Delhi, Jaipur, and Chennai stayed much lower. That's how SQL helps businesses move from finding a problem to locating its exact source. Instead of guessing, teams can fix logistics, improve delivery performance, and reduce costly cancellations with data-driven decisions. Everyone loves discounts, but are they quietly destroying your profits? Revenue tells only half the story. The real question is margin. In this SQL analysis, we calculate net sales after discounts, subtract product costs, and compare festive discounts with regular pricing. Using a common table expression, or CTE, we organize the calculations and measure profit margins for each group. The result shows whether festive campaigns actually boost profits or simply increase sales while reducing earnings. That's how SQL turns marketing assumptions into data-backed business decisions. More sales, less profit. That's a trap that destroys businesses. The numbers reveal a hidden problem. During the festive season, gross margin dropped to 29.9%, while the rest of the year maintained 35.4%. Sales may have increased, but aggressive discounts quietly reduced profitability. This is why businesses don't measure success by revenue alone. They track margins. With SQL, we compared both periods and uncovered the real cost of festive campaigns. The lesson: higher revenue means nothing if your profit disappears. 10 SQL queries. 1 e-commerce database, millions in business insights. What started as raw tables turned into a complete business story. We measured 4.93 crore rupees in net revenue, discovered that fashion had the highest cancellation rate, identified Lucknow and Nagpur as problem cities, proved that a small group of VIP customers generated nearly half the revenue, and uncovered how festive discounts reduced profit margins. That's the power of SQL. It's not about writing queries, it's about solving real business problems with data. You've just watched a complete real-world e-commerce SQL case study. From building the schema and writing advanced SQL queries to uncovering revenue, customer, cancellation, and profit insights, everything is included. The full dataset, database schema, and all project files are available on GitHub, so you can practice every query yourself and build a portfolio that stands out. Don't just watch, clone the project, run the code, and master SQL through real business problems. Follow DataPeaks Solutions for more job-ready data analytics projects, subscribe on YouTube, and grab the complete project from GitHub today.